Is that right?
That's right.
So it's what you did. So once you get to the hereafter, you can't go back. Because hereafter is judgment time.
Yes.
What are you being judged for? What did you do with the life I gave you?
Right.
Because you can't go back now.
Right.
So what did you do when you was a teenager? What did you do with the life I gave you when you were in your 20s? What did you do in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s? Why? Because every stage, once you get out of it, you can't go.
That's right.
So now look at this. Each stage is designed to be a learning experience. When you complete it, your job in going through the stage, not when you complete it, but your job is to master it. Your job when you complete each stage is to master that stage or to conquer that stage of life. Because each segment of your life is building up your character. Or if you're not growing and not learning, it is destroying your character. So each stage of life that you're going through, you've got to learn how to master, how to conquer the stage of life that you're in. Why? Because another stage is coming. So in each stage, God lets you complete in that stage, but incomplete in the stages that God is taking you to. So in your teenage years, you're complete. When you hit that 19 and go to 20, you are complete in your 20s. What in your teenage years? What did you do in that learning experience? Because some of you right now are still making judgments based upon what you did when you were in your teenage years. But I ain't never took no mess. I always talk back. I always had a smart mouth. Where did you get it at? I had it when I was a teenager. You didn't conquer it? No, it still got you in your 20s. Right. It still got you in your 30s. So you're going through a stage where God made you complete. Took you to another stage so that stage became incomplete so He can complete you in a new stage. But if you're still living in the past,
Right.
how is God going to get you to the future? How is Allah going to get you the way He wants to get you at if you don't realize that in every stage of your life, you must learn how to complete it and realize when you complete it, you're incomplete. When you get to your 20s and you get your own apartment, you learn something about life, you're complete in that time age, but you're incomplete. And let me tell you something about age. You think that you may know something about age. When you're a teenager, you think that you'll never get old. When you're in your 20s, you're in the primes of your life. But after you leave the 20s, you stop counting by years, and soon you'll be counting by decades.
Right.
Because once you come out of your 20s, 30s will be overnight. Before you know it, it won't be 31, 32. You'll be 40 before you know it. When you hit 40, by the time you blink, you 50.
Right.
You 60, 70, before you know it, you have a long conversation with a funeral director. Life will pass you by.
That's right.
So you got to do something with life while you have it. Now I want you to walk with me. I talked about mastering or conquering each stage of your life. Each stage that God moves you on. Think now. I want you to come into me, help work with me now. I want you to work in the mind of a person that's 75 years old or older. At 75 years, clothes, it ain't no longer important. See, fashion now, so you got to have a lace. Oh, I got to have the Calvin Klein.
Right.
Oh, my sneaks, they got to be Jordans.
Right.
I got to have some Converse. I got to have a Gucci bag. See, all these things are no longer important. Now, come on. I told you I don't want you to think out of your mind. I want you to think out of the mind of 75 plus.
Come on.
Because it's important to you now, but if God blesses you to live and get age in your life, it's not going to become important anymore of what you're dressing in. Why? Because fashions are going to come and fashions are going to go. And you spending your last dime to stay moderate, so while you're modernizing your clothes, you're doing nothing with your mind.
Right.
Oh, fashion is just a stage that God is walking you through to help you learn how to conquer things in your life. So as you age in life and these things are no longer important, what kind of character did you build when you had clothes? Were you arrogant? Were you belligerent? Did you think you was better than somebody else because you had the expensive $1,000 suit or the $500 suit or the $200 Stacey Adams, and you thought because you had that you were better than the next person?
Right.
What was your way of life? What kind of personality did you develop? Were you a sister and looking at the hem of the next sister saying, oh, she got, her hem is dragging, wearing that raggedy outfit. And you looking at yours, maybe you got on silk, maybe you got on satin. But it ain't gonna last forever, sister. The day is coming when them clothes ain't gonna mean squat.
Right.
But in the days when you're wearing them, it's building character.
Come on.
What are you becoming based on what you think you got that makes you in your own mind think that you're better than somebody else because you got what they don't have?
Right.
Or you spend your life not having, being envious of everybody that does have. All of it's building character. What did you become because you didn't have? Did you allow yourself, because I don't have and I can't keep up with the Joneses, I can't keep up with my friends, so since I can't keep up, I'm going to smoke a joint. Oh yeah. I'm going to get over my anxiety because I don't have, so now I'm going to go into an imaginary world. I'm going to get high. I'm going to drink some liquor. I'm going to smoke some crack. I'm going to snort some coke. I'm going to do some monster. Why? Because I feel insufficient to compete in the world. So in this stage in my life, instead of developing my character, I started eroding my character. It was just a stage in life.
Right.
God was going to take you beyond it.
Right.
But you allowed yourself to be destroyed in the stage. You were complete yet incomplete. God had more to bring to you, but you thought this what life was all about. When you get 75 and older, it won't be about the cars that you drive. They valuable now. My dad, as I say, me and my dad was tight like this. I was his youngest son out of 3 boys. I was a baby boy. I worked, when I was a young man, I worked at Cadillac, worked brand new. My dad loved his Cadillac. You know, and he would call me up, you know, son, I want to go somewhere, can you drive me? I want to borrow your car. He had his own car, but you know, it wasn't a luxury car, so he said, can I borrow your car? I let him borrow my car. When I finished the last note on that Cadillac, I gave it to him as a gift with no note. No note. Cadillac that was basically brand new. But as my dad aged, we brought him other cars. I brought him a Cadillac sedan to build. I got 3 sisters. My sisters, when that car died and, you know, he got